Hi, I'm Melissa. The 5 years that I had my boutique yoga studio in Wellington, New Zealand, were fertile ground for my personal learning and evolution, which means they were difficult. Out of financial necessity, I was teaching about 30 hours of on the mat yoga per week in the first 2 years of my business. Most people will say that 15 hours per week is the maximum that you should do. And on top of that, there was all of the business of yoga to manage. So, needless to say, I was exhausted. One of the tools that really enabled me to make it through those tough times was the skill of let go. And I say skill because it is. If you live in the westernized world, which you probably do since you're watching this online, then you will have been taught how to do, how to get things done. But where and when are we taught how to undo, to allow, to let be, to let go, and to simply be in ourselves? When I first started teaching slow and restorative yoga classes, the class numbers were some of the lowest of all of my classes. But then, as the recession continued and the earthquakes hit and the world seemed to get even crazier, those numbers started to rise. People began to recognize the value of slowing down, the value of resting and restoring oneself. They began to see the value of learning to let be and to release tension in the body, and also how to breathe within whatever circumstances arise. Overwhelm and fear are very effective control tactics, and much of the modern world overwhelms us and causes us to feel afraid. There's so much to do, so much to be done, so much to be, so much, so much, so much. And we're often required to engage with all of this on very little resource. It's incredibly easy to be distracted, distraught, and even divorced from your own power under these kinds of circumstances. Yet we also have the power to reclaim space and time for ourselves. After all, whose life are you living if you can't claim 30 minutes for yourself to refill and regenerate? How can you give as you do and do everything that you do for everyone else if you haven't filled your own cup? The Myoga Restores practices are for you if you feel exhausted and you want to restore your inner resources. It may also be that you're recovering from injury and you recognize the value of slowing down and gaining precision in your alignment and your awareness of how one thing affects another in your body. It may be that you're brand new to yoga and you want a pre-basics module that gives you even more support and a slower pace. It may be that you're stressed or strained and want to learn how to let go. If you're here interested in restorative yoga, then you already know that you're looking for some tools for rejuvenation, regeneration. So Myoga restores to the rescue. I'm going to teach you as much as I can in this short video that you're about to do that gives you a trial of the Myoga Restores practice. And I promise that after you do that practice, I will give you further teachings so that you know how to take these practices further with additional tools and training and support systems. If all you did was this one practice, then you would still have one tool extra in your toolbox that would enable you to restore your juiciness in dry times. Yoga Nidra is kind of like a lucid dream. Some say it's yogic sleep. There is awareness that is developed while you rest, and that awareness is cultivated by following my voice as I guide you through different areas of your body. It may be that you're so tired that you fall asleep. That's okay. You'll still benefit. For this practice of Yoga Nidra, the only thing that you'll need is about 20 minutes to dive into it, and space where you can lie down and be warm, so you may need a blanket or a pillow or extra clothing. Give yourself that boundary from the rest of your life to devote to yourself this refilling of your own well, of your own cup. Notice how you're feeling now before you move into this practice so that you can compare with how you feel afterwards, and you can start to develop your own awareness of what these practices do. I'll see you on the other side of the practice. Yoga Nidra is a type of yogic sleep. The sense of Yoga Nidra is being between a deep, deep sleep and fully awake. A lot of times I've found this place in that time and space feel different. It's hard to know how long you've been there. You lose track of that sense of time. It's also hard to know where your body is in space without moving it. So that gives you a different orientation in space. So give yourself time and space here. Carve out some time and space for yourself. If you need to set an outside alarm so that you are awoken if you do fall asleep, then do that. It's important for this practice that you're comfortable. So settle yourself into Shavasana if possible. You may need to put something under your knees or under your head. You also want to make sure that you're warm, so you're not distracted by the body as you bring your attention to the body. I'm going to talk you through points in the body. Don't worry if you drift off. When you come back, just notice where I am in your body and bring your attention there. It's very possible that you may drop into an actual sleep, and that's fine too. Maybe what you need. So, once you've settled into your symmetry, your comfort, your warmth, if possible, cover your eyes so that your energy that goes out through vision, through seeing the world, can move inwards. Make any adjustments to your body so that you can be comfortable and feel symmetrical. And then commit to being still. So once you've settled yourself, commit to it being a good enough posture for this practice. When I bring your attention to each of these points in your body, you may have a visual sense from inside or from outside. You may get a sense of a color or a sensation. You may not have any of that. It's all good. Bring your attention to the very top of your head. Bring your attention to the point between your brows and inwards from there towards the middle of your skull. Bring your attention to the base of your throat. To your right shoulder. Right elbow. right wrist, tip of your right thumb, tip of your right pointer finger, tip of your right middle finger, tip of your right ring finger, tip of your right little finger, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, base of the throat, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, tip of your left thumb, tip of your left pointer finger, tip of your left middle finger, tip of your left ring finger, tip of your left little finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, base of the throat, heart center, navel center, pelvic center, right hip, right knee, right ankle, tip of your right big toe, tip of your right second toe, tip of your right third toe, tip of your right fourth toe, tip of your right little toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, pelvic center, left hip, left knee, left ankle, tip of your left big toe, tip of your left second toe, tip of your left third toe, tip of your left fourth toe, tip of your left little toe, left ankle, left knee, left hip, pelvic center, navel center, heart center, base of the throat, point between the brows, very top of the head. Bring your attention to your whole body resting on the floor. The whole body at once. Being aware of your whole body. Continue to allow your body to rest. And change only your breathing, being conscious of your breath as it moves into your body. Transitioning from passive, relaxed breath into more active breath. Feeling the impact of the breath in the body, in the belly, in the back, in the ribs, in the shoulders. As you expand your breath, visualize breathing into your whole body, beyond your torso, to the edges of your skin, to the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands, and the top of your head. Breathing in and filling your body. And as you reconnect with movement from the inside out, from the breath into the body, extend that into your body, taking whatever stretches, lengthwise, crosswise, that feel good for you, moving slowly from your center outwards, from your breath outwards. As you breathe, lengthen, stretch long. When you feel ready, either roll to your side or tuck in and massage your back. Be conscious in your transition, taking your time to emerge from your resting place, coming back upright as you're ready. Bringing your arms up, bring your palms together, gather up whatever sort of energy you'd like to carry with you off the mat. Acknowledging yourself in your practice. If you're practicing with anyone else, acknowledging them as well. Namaste. Are you feeling any more rested or connected to the wholeness of yourself? I hope so. If you liked that Yoga Nidra practice, know that it's just one of 5 sections of the greater Myoga Restores module. The other 4 sections are a chair series, where we work with a chair to find movement and freedom along the spine and with the breath, and also in the neck, creating space in the neck and shoulders. And then a joint freeing series where we systematically move through most of the joints in the body, the major joints, and notice what's there and breathe into it. This is a very simple practice, but it's more challenging than it might at first appear. Then we also have a floor series with props, and this is a practice of learning how to drape, how to let the body be more fluid and to drape over the bolster or the blankets or the pillows, whatever props you're working with at the time. Lastly, we have a wall series that uses the wall for balance and support and to find greater refinement within each of the postures. Remember in the beginning when I said I'd have something to help you take these teachings further? Well, the fuller Myoga Restores module is just that. In these 5 sections, you'll move through a range of support systems and relationships of your body to gravity and to surfaces like a wall, the chair, softer props, as well as moving into a greater sense of alignment and awareness of your alignment in your own body. I look forward to joining you on the mat and in the process of refilling your cup. Namaste.